The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. The island of Palawan has been declared free of insurgencies. President Marcos made the declaration in Puerto Princesa as the country celebrates National Peace Consciousness Month this September. Speaking to reporters after the event, the president said the declaration can help Palawan bring in more tourists and investments.
Alam naman natin, Palawan is very tourist sensitive. Unless you have a peaceful community, unless you have security in the area, ang hirap talaga maka-attract ng investment. And so now that we are able to wave that flag, sabihin natin, no, Palawan is free. Palawan plays a very, very large part in Philippine tourism.
The government is now hoping to put an end to all insurgencies across the country by the end of President Marcos's term.
President Marcos Jr. has emphasized that all armed conflict in the country must be resolved during his term. And by all indications, we are on track towards realizing this goal.
The rider involved in the road rage incident in Makati City is now under police custody. Recall that another road rage incident went viral on social media on August 30 as two men grappled along Osmeñ Highway in Makati. One of them were holding two guns. An investigation revealed that the man in white was a police officer trying to restrain the rider, identified as Angelito Rencio. Rencio was then taken to Makati Substation 3, where he was later on allowed to go home. Rencio has since voluntarily surrendered to the Criminal Investigation and Detection Group and was found to be in possession of various ID cards from the AFP, PNP, and even media, as well as a police badge, all suspected to be fake. Rencio also allegedly has an existing warrant of arrest for qualified theft.
Nung pinakita lahat yung mga documents na papers ng kanyang baril na galing sa agency, security agency, nakita natin na medyo hindi totoo. So ngayon, nag-request tayo sa agency na yan para i-certify nila kung talagang ito ba talaga ay totoong documents. And then, nag-request din tayo sa SOSYA para mabigyan tayo ng mga malilinaw na kung totoo pa itong baril ay nakaregistered.
Hong Kong was left reeling in the wake of Typhoon Goring, internationally known as Sola. Now, Hong Kong earlier raised its highest hurricane storm signal 10 on Friday night as Sola smashed through the region. Authorities later lowered it to signal number 8 as heavy rain and flooding continued. The typhoon felled trees, damaged cars, and flooded footpaths, while hundreds of flights were canceled and schools were shut down. Sola has since moved on to make landfall over southern China on Saturday morning. Some 786,000 people were evacuated while outdoor operations at the Taishan nuclear power plant were suspended. Schools in 13 cities also delayed the start of their school terms. China is also currently preparing for Typhoon Hana with international name Haikui, which is currently moving towards Taiwan. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Riza Diaz. Several motorists have lined up for RFID installation as the 2-month dry run for cashless payments begins. Gerald De La Peña with the report.
Signages are all over the North Luzon Expressway informing motorists that select toll plazas will no longer be accepting cash payments. This is part of the 2-month dry run of the cashless toll collection in all toll roads across the country. Included in the run are 23 toll plazas along SLEX, NLEX, ECITEX, TIPLEX, Cavitex, Galax, NAI Expressway, Skyway, and the Cavitex C5 link. The Toll Regulatory Board observed that there was traffic buildup of vehicles without RFIDs in some toll plazas, like in Pulilan in Bulacan and San Simon in Pampanga, where motorists were immediately asked to have RFIDs installed in their vehicles.
Magiging cashless na raw yung lahat ng toll plaza. Kaya nagpalagay. Kaya ano na rin kami maglagay.
There are also motorists who have RFID stickers but with insufficient balance.
May dati na ako, ang problema, sabi ko, walang load. Ngayon may dry run sila, kaya obligado nga lang magpapalit.
At the Balintawak Toll Plaza, many lined up for RFID installation.
Nakikita ko na siya sa mga advertisement pagpasok ko sa paglabas ko. Sa busy ko rin siguro sa trabaho, kaya gano'n. Hindi ko
Kailang nagka-time.
Oo, nakatime.
The TRB said RFIDs are not mandatory as of now, but it will be eventually.
Meron pa po tayong sinusunod na addendum dito sa department order na we should still allow at least a gasoline that is listed or napalitan at naakendahan. Nung walang mga RFID ay hindi na natin pwedeng papasukin sa darating na panahon.
If things go well during the dry run, the TRB will recommend its full implementation to the Transportation Department.
Kung maganda naman po ang magiging resulta na number one, fully ready na ang lahat ng electronic collection systems, hardware systems ng ating mga toll operators for such an eventuality na full cashless na tayo, then we'll recommend po sa DOTR.
Toll operators have deployed RFID installation centers in various toll plazas for the convenience of the motorists. For News 5, Gerard De La Peña, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look on other stories we're watching. The Trade Department assures the public that the price cap on rice is only a temporary measure. The DTI is also ramping up its crackdown on rice hoarders with the help of price monitors. The price ceiling on rice will take effect on September 5. Meanwhile, Typhoon Hana intensifies slightly as it moves away from Luzon and towards Taiwan. The typhoon is seen to exit Par by tonight, while the enhanced habagat continues to bring rains over western Luzon and Antique. And in sports, Gilas finally gets their first win in the FIBA World Cup in their last match against China's 96-75. Team's chemistry was over the charts with Jordan Clarkson, Ren Sabando, Kai Soto, and Dwight Ramos each scoring double digits. This is Gilas' first FIBA World Cup win in almost a decade. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 10:45 in the morning as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. I'm Riza Diaz. We are One News.